Okay, what are we calling this? This is the East Jesus
Garden.
no art. No, what is it? East Jesus.
Yeah, art display.
No,
East
garden.
Jesus
Some kind of
art
garden.
garden. Made out of garbage and recycle stuff, whatever.
Hey everybody, it's Brad and Vic again. I guess you already know that. This is really kind of an impressive art installation here right behind us. It's made completely out of televisions. It's an example of all the terrible things that we say to each other. Talks about materialism, talks about, you know, kind of working for the man, and all kinds of interesting things like that. And maybe the whole concept here, Vic, is that it's blaming all of this and the problems that we have in this world today on television and the information that we get from television.
Yeah, no, that could be what they're trying to draw. See, look at these. Let's just look at this, Brad.
I know.
To me, this is quite interesting. There's political messages here. There's social, economic messages here. There's life messages here. This is actually quite an interesting place to come and visit and actually reflect. And it does cause you, some things aren't pleasant to see or hear, but it causes you to think. And so I think that's what some art is for, is to push the boundaries. And in this place, they have really pushed the boundaries.
Actually, I've never seen such an eclectic collection of eclectic art. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, Brad.
Yeah, it's just all of this, you know, scrap televisions and make this. It's one of the ones that caught my eye, along with all the really cool cars that they've got here, and they've just made them into all kinds of different, you know, using all kinds of different themes, and just really unleashing their creativity.
Wonderful, wonderful to come and see. Come to Slab City and visit
East Jesus, yeah. Right now we're in the East Jesus Private Art Garden. There's a number of different names for it, I guess, but we're sitting here with Scott and Steve. We're looking after the place. Steve, can you tell us a little bit more information about this art garden that you have here and how it all got started?
Absolutely. So this started in 2007 with our founder, Charles Russell, who came out to clean up this little space and create art in it and invite other artists to come out. Charlie did this for a while, 4.5 years into his grand experiment. He passed away right here. The art community came together. We created a 501c3 nonprofit and foundation called the Chasterus Foundation, which is based off of Charlie's name to honor him. We later were able to purchase 30 acres of land out here and became a member of the California Museum Association. So we're currently the only museum in Imperial County and the only all open air museum in California. So we've been going on now for 13 years. This is a culmination between well over 2,000 different artists coming out into the community here and creating unique art. Some of the art is from Burning Man. Some of it has been donated to us, and a lot of it's been made here on site.
What are some of the feature pieces that people can come and see?
Some of the featured things, there's the TV wall, which if you're a fan of Kesha would be on there. There's also a lot of videos of other rap artists doing stuff within East Jesus, and mostly the TV wall. So it's our most famous piece. That was made by Flip Cassidy. We do have a pirate ship you can climb on, a giant seesaw, that 12-foot one. It's a lot of fun. Bowling alleys, the Cosmic Cadillac to climb in and around. There's just a lot of wonderful things and new art coming all the time.
Both you and Scott are artists as well, right?
That's correct. Scott has been here a lot longer than I have. I've been here the last 3 years and doing a lot more infrastructure, but also being able to do a few pieces of art here and there. Scott is a constant contributor to our art out here, always out coming doing stuff. We're very, very happy and privileged to have Scott here. A lot of the VW art that you'll see around is all Scott's stuff.
Where does the name East Jesus come from?
Oh.
I asked
Or do
Charlie
you want
one
to get
time.
this?
Yeah.
I asked Charlie one time, and he said it looks better on a T-shirt than bum Egypt. That was his answer.
Yeah, and since you have to pay by the letter, it's way cheaper too.
Yeah, right.
But East Jesus is one of the vernaculars for way the hell out there. So when he came out here, he actually chose this spot not only because the dump was here and he wanted to clean it up and create art and stuff out here, but it was also the farthest place out that he could get in the slabs. So Charlie came out, was actually helping Leonard with Salvation Mountain, and did that for a year on and off, helping him with that. Leonard and him got into a fight. Leonard called Charlie the spawn of Satan, to which I would have done the same thing, which is see ya, bye, left. Came out here, saw the condition out here in 2006, went home, did what any sane person would, and sold everything, and came out here and moved out to Slab City, dropped a couple containers, and started creating East Jesus. Very much into Burning Man, and as you can see, the art car culture. So a lot of the artists that came out to help were all from Burning Man and the art car culture. That's where Scott is, art car culture.
So were any of those pieces out there, or do you just leave them at Burning Man? I don't know much
The
about
plane
Burning
was at Burning Man. The
Yeah.
airplane.
You can't actually
Yeah.
leave any of the art at Burning Man. The
No,
idea of Burning Man
everything
is
has to be cleared.
everything, and they go down to walks where they have lines
Yeah.
of people walking up, picking up small pieces of glitter.
Ah.
So mooping out there in the desert's a real big thing. They don't want to zero impact or a tiny fraction of an impact that
So
they
that's
might
part
have.
of the deal of having
Right.
Burning Man and allowing
Yep,
it to happen.
absolutely.
Good
So
deal. Yeah.
here, you do a piece like the plane Lost Cargo. It's actually plumbed for propane to go through it and be on fire.
Ah.
On Playa, they were allowing people to get inside and take pictures like they were crashing a plane, people hanging off the wings, all that kind of crazy stuff. Here, we don't allow people to do that because it gets slippery with the dust on it. But it's here for people to take pictures
Yeah.
next to.
Well, listen, guys, thanks for your time, and thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
We really enjoyed our trip here today, and yeah, we hope to bring some friends back in the future.
Wonderful. And remember, we don't just want your money donations, we also want all the junk in your garage, too.
Hey.
Okay.